Hello and welcome back to another episode of Into the 99, where we've got 99 cards because Commander's number one. I'm here with both Sherman and Slothy. Sherman, how you doing?
Not too bad. Yeah, just winding down today. So yeah, how are you guys?
I'm doing pretty good. We were on a little bit of a break last weekend because I was out of town for a big wedding, so we were out kind of camping. My wife and I. I'm not much of a camping person, but still, it was still a fun trip overall. So it was nice to get out of the city and a little bit of vacation. I like working. Every time I think you're kind of the same way, Sherman. I think you also just kind of like work. I think it's a
Yeah.
love-hate thing.
Yeah, like I can't stop. So like
That-
boss is telling me to go on vacation and I'm like, okay, so I already told you guys when I'm going on vacation. I don't want to go on vacation, but I have to go on vacation.
Yeah, that's the same for me. It's nice to be off work, but I like working, right? It's I spend a lot of time doing it. So other than that, I'm ready to be back to it. I've had my fill of my time off for the moment. And Slothy, how are you doing? You were working today.
No, actually, I started school on Tuesday.
Oh, that's cool.
Been a very, very busy week.
Are you it's for electrical stuff?
Yeah.
It's a lot of math. It's too much math for me. I'm dumb and I'd electrocute myself immediately. We're not even playing. How did you do that? We're not even playing with the lines right now.
You're just holding a crescent wrench. What did you do?
Yeah. No, it wouldn't be good for me. No, that's cool. How are you liking the schooling so far?
Oh, it hasn't been too bad so far. It's had 3 tests and a couple of assignments already. Done pretty well on those, so kind of hoping to keep that momentum going and not stall out.
That's not horrible. Do you like school
Yeah.
more than the actual like practical work part of it, or
No.
I was going to say, is it at least a nice break? I wonder why they don't do your schooling during the winter.
They kind of they take intakes every few months.
Oh, okay.
So there is one that starts in January, but this is just kind of the one that I was able to get into. It fills up very fast.
That's fair. Yeah, I guess everyone probably
Yeah.
doesn't want to work outside in the winter.
Yeah. I booked this school back in May.
Oh, that's fair then. Oh, so it
Yeah.
really takes its time.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not too bad. Other than that, yeah, no, nothing really, nothing really too crazy. I did get a time. I just finished upgrading a few decks. I took some cards out. I think I was saying this before, but there's a lot of decks that I used to run that were really higher power kind of things, and I just took a lot of that kind of stuff out, put those cards back into binders, kind of chilled a few of my older, more fun decks, I would say, out, and then that was at least a nice thing. And while I was going through the old decks, I found this deck again, and it's a deck that I just consistently have fun with because it's one of like it's one of my silliest decks I've ever made. It's today's deck. It's Volo. So I'll quickly give the pop up. It's Partner, and I love the background. I love every version of Partner that's really available, but I loved the backgrounds. I thought that the D&D backgrounds were so cool. I really like how many they have. I hope that they keep coming out with more of them because the backgrounds are so fun. So this is Hardy Outlander and Volo Itinerant Scholar. Hardy Outlander is a green background. It's 1 in the green. Its commander creatures you own have, whenever this creature attacks a player, if that player has more life than, if no opponent has more life than that player, another target creature you control gets XX, where X is this creature's power. So kind of just a nice little mini buff. It's nothing amazing. The deck's not really actually built around that. It doesn't matter. We just needed green. Could have been Giant's Belt, couldn't have been anything. But it's for Volo specifically. So Volar, Itinerant Scholar is a 2 and a blue human wizard, legendary 2/3. When Volo enters, you create Volo's journal, and that's what the whole deck wants to play with is Volo's journal. It's a legendary colorless artifact token with hexproof, and whenever you cast a creature spell, you note one of the creature types that hasn't been noted. Then you pay 2 colorless and tap, draw a card for each creature type noted for target permanent you control, named Volo's journal. So it's there's a bit to work out with that one, but basically we need to we're an anti creature type deck. We want every different creature type that we can have.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when this first came out for Baldur's Gate, it was so annoying to keep track of every single creature type that came out.
Yeah. It's really fun. I always bring whenever I plan to play Volo, I bring like a little notepad, or I use the notes thing on my app, like on my phone, a notes app. But it's so fun to be like, this is an elephant. I have not mentioned elephant yet, but I've mentioned it kind of endlessly that I like commanders that let you draw. And this is a pretty insane draw engine. The nice thing is you don't lose Volo's journal when you lose Volo.
Mhm.
So, basically it's just the people are going to keep throwing, people are eventually going to kill Volo, but it kind of doesn't really matter that much. He's a pretty cheap commander. He's pretty easy, and you don't lose the creature type. It's not like a normal commander where you kill my commander, you shut down the type, and I have to start again. No, I have this hexproof artifact, short of like Vandal blasting all artifacts kind of thing. Or is Vandal Blast a target with Overload?
It, it 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 just destroys all your opponent's artifacts if you overload it.
Okay, yeah, but short of like a mass artifact destruction, or Sherman plays a lot of the everyone sacks their permanents things, like Cataclysmic Gearhulk kind of things. Short of like making me sacrifice them, it's pretty hard to get rid of this hexproof journal that I keep track of all my creature types in, right? And therefore Volo becomes a pretty obnoxious draw commander, right? The fact that you can sink 2 mana into this and essentially endlessly refill your hand is kind of problematic. It's annoying, but it is really fun. And I like to play a lot of decks where I'm the problem. I'm kind of annoying with things. And this is a deck full of just trash creatures. It's very fun. This is a very, very budget deck, but it pumps stuff out so fast because when you're able to draw 6 or 7 cards a turn, if you're missing land drops, you got to learn to shuffle.
Or put more lands in your deck.
That couldn't be the problem.
Now, sure.
That couldn't be the problem. Maybe less even. Let's go into. I have a big. There's a big creature section. I'll save our creature section and we'll go to our other ones first. We have. I was gonna say an enchantment section, but we have an enchantment.
All right. So let's start with enchantment. The single enchantment here that you can probably find at houseofcards.ca.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, if you want any of these cards from this deck, go to houseofcards.ca. Promo code IT99. It will get you a discount. There's I do have an upgraded version of this deck as well. I'll probably throw that in the list, and it's a little more fun. But I love bringing out my cheap one of this. So there's a lot of cool stuff you can upgrade. And if you do, send me the list. I want to see what you would put in this Volo. But it's a cool draw engine. But yeah, get those cards at houseofcards.ca, and then also throw these in AI armor sleeves because they're wonderful. And also, if you want to build silly decks with me, come over to Patreon, and you can also build fun ones with Sherman and the other cool people we have on Patreon because everyone there rocks. Now back to our single enchantment.
Okay, so we have an infinite reflection for 5 and a blue, so 6 mana total. Enchantment aura, enchant creature. When infinite reflection enters the battlefield attached to a creature, each other non-token creature you control becomes a copy of that creature. Non-token creatures you control enter the battlefield as copy of enchanted creature.
Yeah.
How many creatures do you have in this deck again?
I got a lot. I think there's 50 some creatures.
Oh, good lord.
There's 40 some in the not ramp category.
So that's our only enchantment.
Yeah. It's
we have 40 creatures.
It's our only enchantment. A lot of times we have I like cards like this as like a nice finisher because we have some flyers, we've got some cool creatures in general, but also sometimes people are just silly enough to put in a like Avenger of Zendikar against us, and then we want a infinite reflection, and our Avenger of Zendikar become like all our creatures become that. I play a 1 mana thing that is an Avenger of Zendikar and brings in plant tokens that are, gonna now get like +50/+50 every time I drop a land. Pretty cool.
Fair.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Not the worst thing.
Yeah. Let's do our mighty instant section here.
Sure. It's actually about 400%
More than normal.
amount of instance. We've got naturalize. 1 and a green. You can destroy target artifact or enchantment.
Yep. Next we have Sundering Vitae. It's 2 and a green. It's an instant with Convoke. So it's just nice to be able to tap our creatures for it, and it's just destroy target artifact or enchantment.
Then we have our classic Unsummon for a single blue. Instant return target creature to its owner's hand. You don't see this played anymore, and you know what? It's a classic. You should play it more often.
I like Unsummon and Vapor Snag, those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice, it's
a
fun tempo swing, I would like to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. And especially in this where some of your creatures have 2 types.
Mm-hmm. that's specifically kind of what it's for. It's fun to be able to maybe save Volo a little bit, but also, yeah, there is a few creature types we can get the extras out of. I'll give the quick thing. I'm pretty sure this deck doesn't have the only care about draw wins. You can really, really easily win with a Lab Maniac in a deck like this because you can be often drawing so many cards. And if you put anything in that lets you have any semblance of an untap, like the what's the blue enchantments that I'm thinking?
Intruder Alarm?
Again, Intruder Alarm would do it. Yeah, any of these things. Like you can, my main Volo deck is much more broken because of its ability to just draw out. It's very, very easy to draw 15 cards a turn, 20 cards a turn. Volo is a massive draw engine. I just like this fun, silly budget one.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Rounding out our instance section here, we've got Wilt, 1 and a green, destroy target artifact or enchantment. It's got cycling for 2.
Yeah. I say we hit our ramp. There's like nothing important in the land section, really. You can run a what's it called? Reliquary Tower.
Fair.
Other than that, I have just like a few like Litjara Mirror Lake where you can make tokens of creatures you control with it. Like I don't have anything crazy. This is a very budget friendly one. I just want to. This is full of silly creatures. That's all. So let's hit our ramp section here, and then we'll go into creatures. The creature types we have. That we only have one creature type that really repeats a lot, and it's Elf Druid, obviously, just for that early ramp. But so we start off. We have it to cultivate. Nice and easy. 2 and a green. You search your library for 2 basic lands. Reveal them. 1 to the battlefield tapped. 1 into your hand. Then you shuffle.
We'll be right back.
Ever wondered what a rhythm-based stealth game with dinosaurs might look like? Or a farming sim in space with zombies? Welcome to the Gaming Blender podcast. I'm Matt, and with my co-host Scott, we take a random game genre and random game mechanics, blend them all up, and pitch wild, totally hypothetical games you've never heard of, and maybe shouldn't. New episodes every other week. Hit play and unleash your inner game dev. No coding required. Search the Gaming Blender on your favorite podcast app now.
Then we come into one of our first creatures here. Druid of the Cowl for 1 and a green. Elf Druid, that's a 1/3. Tap for a green mana.
Then we've got Elvish Mystic. It's a single green for a 1 Druid. You can tap it for green.
Yeah, again, it's a bummer that these don't have different like human druid kind of things, but we get what we get. Explosive Vegetation, because I've just find myself running it more and more lately. It's 3 and a green. You search your library for up to 2 basic lands, put 1 on the battlefield tapped, and then search for 2 basic lands, put them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Not 1. Can't read today.
Then the next one we have here is Kodama's Reach for 2 and green. It's a sorcery that's an arcane. You search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, reveal those cards, put 1 on the battlefield tapped, and the other into your hand, then shuffle.
I've built a lot of decks, really quickly. I've built a lot of decks, and I've never once ever used the arcane mechanic for anything other than words on the card I'm already playing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's fun when you can design a deck around it. So, like, for instance, when I was what was the one from Ikoria, the one where like it's like the Stegosaurus that like it has to be tapped and then you double up the instances.
Whoops,
Remember
there we
which
go.
one?
I don't know which one that one was.
Are you thinking cow?
Oh, I definitely do know. Calamax.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
So a fun when I built the Calamax one, I built it with some arcane in mind because there's a bunch of arcane instances, and you can splice into arcane constantly, so you're doubling up the effects. And your Eder spell just goes back to your hand constantly.
I like that. That'd be cool.
So, yeah, arcane's really fun. Like people should really look into arcane more often.
Yeah, it's one of those mechanics that I just have never appreciated enough for sure.
Anyways, whose turn?
It was my turn here. We've got Llanowar Elves, single green for a 1/1 elf. You can tap it.
You cut out there. It's tap for a green. We get it. I just really like this old artwork of Llanowar Elves a lot. Not old artwork, new, but
yeah, I was gonna say.
That's from
it might have been like 15. This only came out last year.
Yeah, not that old. We have a Moss Diamond because I'm a simple man with a simple plan, and that plan is playing diamonds. 2 colorless mana. It enters battlefield tapped, and you tap for a green.
Ooh, this one's interesting. Overgrown battlement for 1 in a green. That's 0/4 wall. Has defender, and you can tap it to add green for each creature you control with defender. Do we have a lot of defenders in here?
We have a few, but one second.
A couple that I know.
I'm going to start writing down our creatures that we hit so far. So far we have Wall, Elf, and Druid.
Yeah.
Next up here, we've got Plague Mirror. 2 mana for a 1/1 artifact creature, Phyrexian here. There's 2 types. Got Infect and tap for colorless.
Are we putting this one down as mirror?
What's this? Phyrexian and it's a mirror.
Let's hit Phyrexian. How many Phyrexian creatures can we have, right?
Yeah. But like, how many mirrors do you have in a deck as well?
You never know.
Or does it really matter?
Wow.
You could have.
It doesn't matter. Who cares?
Because you could run the, as well for the ramp ones, you could run the Copper Mirror and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You could.
Next, we hit our Prismatic Lens. This is 2 colorless for an artifact. Taps for 1 colorless or 1 on a tap, and you can filter a mana.
Okay, then we have a Scorned Villager for a 1 in a green. It's a human werewolf. That's a 1/1. Have to add a green, and at the beginning of each upkeep, if no spells were cast last turn, transform this creature, which will become a Moon-Scarred Werewolf. That's a 2/2. It has Vigilance, and you tap for a double green. And then it has, at the beginning of each upkeep, if a player casts 2 or more spells last turn, transform this creature. I have to say, Daybreak, like or nighttime, daytime, whatever cycle they had for that stuff, that was annoying to keep track.
I was
so annoying.
I was so excited when the newest set, it was one of the Innistrads, I think, or one of, anyways, that it had the really cool Arlen artwork and Tovalar, and I was like, I'm making a werewolf deck. This is going to be sick. And I put together this really, really cool werewolf deck, and it was all on the, and then I played it one time and I was like, I hate flipping these cards in and out. So then I was like, should I make a second version of the deck and just have re-sleeve all the cards in like the see-through ones where I could be like, okay, now I play it, and then it's like clear sleeves and flip back and forth. I ended up scrapping the deck because of how much I hated flipping the cards back and forth. I don't mind the modal ones, but when it's just like, okay, well, I don't cast any turns, and I'm like, oh, and then I've got to sit there. Give me 5 minutes, guys, and I'm just like re-sleeving my cards, flipping them in, and I'm just, don't worry, it's all good. It's all good. I spend 10 minutes, and everyone's like, okay, I cast Wrath of God. No, it was a rough mechanic to play around for sure. It was really cool in theory, and they're so fun. Like, who doesn't like the cool werewolf cards, right? And the artwork was so good on them. And I got the cool double-sided Arlen, like Arlen playmat. I was like, yeah, let's go. And then no, then just in theory, it did not work out. I will say though, if you can get the Scorned Villager out early, and nobody is able to cast that early turn, and you have a nice little taps for 2 mana dork available, it's pretty nice.
Yep. Next up here, we've got Simic Signet, 2 mana artifact. You can pay 1 and tap it to add green-blue.
Simple. We've got a Soul Ring because every deck has one. Just 1 colorless. We tap. We add 2 colorless. Easy.
Then we have our Thought Vessel for 2 mana. You have no max hand size. Tap to add a colorless.
That is the incorrect version of that card.
you like this the Samurai?
You know I like the Samurai.
Let me move it over to the Starfish Samurai for us. Yeah.
I like the Lord of the Rings one. It has books in it. I don't care.
What's the Lord of the Rings one look like quickly? If anyone wonders, I do put the videos out as well if you only listen. So if you ever watch the videos, they come out a week later, and then you can see what we're flipping through. Where is the Lord of the Rings one? Lord.
You'll see like Gandalf on the front of it.
I don't even see it in the list. Tales of Middle-earth Commander, that's why. All right, that one's pretty sick. I'll give you that. That one actually goes pretty hard. That's from the Commander decks in the...
Yeah.
Which one is it from?
From the humans ones, I think.
That's fair.
Yeah.
On to our next one. So far, we have Wall, Elf, Druid, Phyrexian, Werewolf. That is the one thing. We do have to keep track of what we're naming so we don't double name.
Then we have... Who's on our last one here?
I think that's Slothy here.
Oh, okay.
We got Whisperer of the Wilds, 1 and a green for a 0/2 human shaman. You can tap it for a green, and it's got Ferocious. Tap it for 2 green, activate this ability. Only if you control a creature with power 4 or greater.
Fair. Yeah, so I say we name Shaman there. We have 2 sorceries, and then we get into what this deck is, and it's all silly creatures. So our first sorcery here, Noxious Assault. Both of these are basically overrun cards. Noxious Assault is really, really annoying as one. It's 3 double green. Creatures you control get 2/2 until a turn, which is awesome. We have so many creatures in the deck, right? But whenever a creature blocks this turn, its controller gets a poison counter. So when you're running a deck with like 50 creatures, it's pretty easy to make this a problem. You can't really let so many 2/2s hit you, but you also don't want to block. Like if you're a token player, right? Go ahead and block my creatures, block 10, die.
Yep.
Block 10 and die before damage.
I like playing Noxious Assault only in decks that have flash. So when I attack someone else, I interrupt the combat.
Hilarious.
Clear blockers.
If somebody got me with that, I would be like, I respect it, but it's time for me to head home. Time for me to go to bed. Also, I will say that this is like a $70 or $80 deck, and 20 of the dollars is the next card. So you can really budget this down by putting any other piece of interaction in. You could put like a counter spell, maybe a cancel.
I've got an idea for a substitute as well.
Go on.
Strixhaven Stadium.
Strixhaven Stadium is great. In a deck that has so many of these creatures, you would go pretty hard with Strixhaven Stadium. That would be a great piece of ramp. I do love that card. But take our nice expensive one away, Sherman.
All right. So the one he's talking about is going to be Triumph of the Hordes for 2 double green sorcery. Until end of turn, creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain trample and infect. This card's so stupid. I hate it. I hate it so much.
It's one of the most expensive uncommons I ever see.
True that. It's so annoying.
I forgot there was a Fortnite version of this card.
Was there?
Yeah, well, it was the Secret Lair.
Yeah, Battle Royale.
Oh, is it? Secret Lair drop. That's terrible artwork. I would refuse to be killed by that artwork.
It's more expensive too.
I simply can't be killed to artwork like that. All right, now we go up into the entirety of the deck, which is which is our stupid creatures. So far, if we were only casting our ramp creatures, we'd have the ability to draw 6 a turn, which is a pretty solid draw effect, right?
Yeah, it's not too bad. Draw 6 for 2 mana.
Right. Let's get you to start us off up here, Slothy.
First up here, we've got the Aboleth Spawn. 2 and blue for a 2/3 fish with flash and ward 2. And it's got probing telepathy. Whenever a creature entering the battlefield under an opponent's control causes a triggered ability of that creature to trigger, you may copy that ability and you may choose the copy.
Choose new targets. It's I love this. It's a Panharmonicon for us.
Baldur's Gate had so many good cards, even just like outside of choose a background and background stuff.
Yeah. It was a fun set.
Again, the fact that this flashes in is so silly because there's so many good ETBs. I always bring it back to one of just a classic, an Avenger of Zendikar. It's really, really fun if you Avenger of Zendikar and I just 3 mana flash and I also end up getting your Avenger effect. That's pretty sick.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like as well as time goes on, we're gonna see more and more decks. Like in my opinion, we're gonna see more and more decks that are all like mostly focused on like triggers and ETBs as opposed to activated abilities.
Yeah.
Just because like it's so much stronger, right? So like they need to reprint this spawn.
Oh, it's so good. It's also weird artwork.
Oh, I like it.
I like it too. Next we have our Bloodspore Thrinax. This is a lizard. So we're noting lizard here. 2 double green for a 2/2 lizard with Devour 1. As it enters, you can sack any number of creatures. This enters with a 1/1 counter equal to the number of creatures you sack. Each other creature you control enters with an additional X 1/1 counters on it, where X is the number of counters on Bloodspore Thrinax.
It's a fun card.
You can throw a bunch of junk cards away and have everything enter with 2, 3, 1/1 counters. Is pretty cool.
Yeah, 100%. The next one here is going to be our Briarbridge Tracker for 2 and a green. It is going to be a human scout. That's a 2/3. It has vigilance. And when the tracker enters, investigate. As long as you can control a token, Briarbridge Tracker gets +2/+0.
Every time we get to a creature, you guys got to name one for my list. So I'm naming Scout for this one, but.
Hi.
So far we have Wall, Elf, Druid, Phyrexian, Shaman, Fish, Lizard, Scout.
Well, we're going to be adding a demigod to this list because we've got Caliphate, Beloved by the Sea. 1 double blue for legendary enchantment creature demigod. Star Power is equal to your devotion to blue, and creatures and enchantments you control have spells your opponents cast that target this permanent cost 1 to cast.
I always find that annoying. Just the pay 1 extra cards. They're not game stopping, but they are annoying.
Yeah. I mean, like, especially because you don't tend to run a lot of counter spells. Having that little bit of deterrent is always nice, especially for something.
Well, and everyone's you kind of sit there and you plan your turn out, right? And I'm looking, I can Chaos Warp Sherman's board, Slothy's board, whatever it is. And then all of a sudden, well, now it's going to cost me 1 more. That's kind of annoying. I've got to either do it now or later.
Yeah. The extra tax is annoying.
We go to... go ahead.
No, I was going to say, like, that's one of the reasons why Ward is so annoying. And, like, they just use Ward way too often, I think.
Yeah. Ward is everything as Ward right now. Ward used to be kind of like a stapled on thing, and now, like, every card is just like, this card has flying, trample, vigilance, death touch, Ward 3, and you're like, okay, it's 3 mana. And they're like, well, yeah, but it's flavorful.
Like, yeah. I think they just use it way too much. It's like, oh, this card is not strong enough, just give it Ward, call it a day.
With the kind of speed they're pumping sets out, we're mere days away, I'm sure, from having lands with Ward. Yeah, all your lands have Ward 1 or something like that. There'll be another one. It's been a lot of stuff. We get to our Champion of Ronus next. 3 and a green for a Jackal Warrior, and I'm naming Jackal. 3/3. You can exert it when it attacks. When you do, you may put a creature from your hand onto the battlefield. So an exerted creature won't untap during the next untap step. Easy way to just cheat something in if you're playing into control.
It's funny, you cheat a creature in, but most of your creatures are like 2 and 3 costs.
They're all terrible. They're all garbage, but I'll be damned if you can't counter my garbage. I can't talk tonight.
All right. Next one though we have is going to be Champion of Wits for 2 and a blue. It's going to be a Snake Wizard, so we're going to choose Snake here. It's going to be a 2/1. When this creature enters, you may draw cards equal to its power. If you do, discard 2 cards. Then it has the fun part, Eternalize. For 5 double blue, you exile this card from the graveyard. You create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a 4/4 black zombie snake wizard with no mana cost. And you can only Eternalize only as a sorcery.
We're like 2 lines into our creatures, and we would be drawing 12 with Volo's ability. Yeah. It gets pretty silly. I like it. Sorry, it's Slothy. I don't know why I'm
Next up here, we've got the Cloud of Fairies. 1 and blue for a 1/1 fairy. It's got flying. When it enters the battlefield, untap up to 2 lands, and it has cycling for 2.
Yep.
Don't think we've got a fairy yet.
No fairy yet. We have Wall, Elf, Druid, Phyrexian, Werewolf, Shaman, Fish, Lizard, Scout, Demigod, Jackal, Snake, Fairy. I love this thing. It's so fun to list my creatures off. Next, we have our Curious Homunculus, and it is a Homunculus. That'll be our next creature type. It's 1 and a blue for a 1/1 Homunculus. Tap, you add a colorless to your pool, spend it only to cast instant or sorcery. That's not really what it's there for. You know what? Maybe you do need it for our robust instant section. But at the beginning of your upkeep, if there's 3 or more sorceries, you transform it, and then it becomes Voracious Reader. Is this in your book deck, Sherman? Because that's a cool...
Yeah.
That's a very cool book theme. It's an Eldrazi Homunculus, 3/4 with prowess. Instant sorceries you cast are 1 less. For us, it's only here for the creature type.
Fair.
It's a fun card, but like you barely have enough like instants and sorceries.
There's a reason it's not in our ramp section. That's all I'm saying.
All right. The next card is a fun card. I'm glad to see this one because you don't see it enough. It's going to be Eon Frolicker for 2 double blue. It's an elemental otter. We're going to choose otter here just because. Have flying. That's a 5/5. When it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, target opponent takes an extra turn after this one. Until your next turn, you and planeswalkers you control gain protection from that player.
I like
Once again, a really, really fun card.
I love it as a politics one. It's, hey, you attack Slothy, I'll give you another turn, you just leave me be.
Yeah. Especially like it's good when it's like, okay, like the person's gonna win on his turn if I say go. Here, Daniel, have another turn. If you like, maybe that can just knock him down so he doesn't win next turn, right?
You try deal with it. Or again, the same thing. You might give them an extra turn, but at least you're like, they're gonna come at you. Okay, well, I'm going to give you an extra turn, but you can't hit me till mine.
Next up here, we've got Fairy Artisan. 3 and a blue for a 2/2 Fairy Artificer. Not used yet. It's got flying. Whenever an untoken creature enters the battlefield on opponent's control, create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's in addition to its other types, and exile all other tokens created with Fairy Artisan.
I have to say, sorry, you go ahead first.
I was just going to say, I love this card. I've never cast Fairy Artisan and not had a good time.
I am the opposite. I hate this card. I hate it with a vengeance because no one pays attention properly, and everyone forgets which was the creature. And you have to go down the line, figure out who cast what and which creature came in and all that stuff.
Yeah, what do I have right now?
It's annoying because people don't remember.
True.
But it is a fun card overall. But still, it's annoying when you don't pay attention.
Yes. This is not one to be on your phone with if you have out. Next, we have our Fang of Shigeki. It is 1 green for a snake ninja with death touch. So I'm gonna go ninja.
Nice. And then we have Little Flip, the Lost for 1 and a blue. We already have a homunculus, unfortunately, so that's fine. It's a 1/1 though, legendary creature. When he enters the battlefield, you draw a card. If it entered from your library or cast from your library, draw 2 cards instead. When Little Flip becomes the target of a spell, shuffle him into its owner's library.
I just like the draw. I like extra draw. We need it in this deck, of course.
Fair.
Oh, of course. Then we've got Ghostly Pilfer. 1 and a blue for a 2/1 Spirit Rogue. I think we'll name Spirit with. Whenever Ghostly Pilfer becomes untapped, you may pay 2 if you do draw a card. Whenever an opponent casts a spell from anywhere other than their hand, draw a card, and you can discard a card to have the Pilfer unable to be blocked this turn.
We really do flood the board with creatures because like you're seeing a lot of 2-mana creatures, kind of small things, but they keep pumping up this ability for us to get the refill out, and we're not going to be missing our land drops, right? If we're discarding creatures, a lot of these kind of don't matter if they get thrown away kind of thing, but we are going to definitely outvalue because we're just outdrawing, right? Like we are right now, just with what we were playing so far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We'd be drawing 18 on a 2-tap right now. And it's not a lot of mana to get into that.
Nope, not at all.
Right? Like it's, and especially, like I said, people are eventually going to start killing Volo, but Volo just has to be out for a turn, and then I can be like, I draw 15. What's up?
Yeah, the real problem is you got to kill the Journal, not Volo.
Yeah, right. Volo is just because that's the thing as well. When you're playing my higher power Volo one, right, that has the where it tries to get to a draw win.
Mm-hmm.
People are annoyed with that, but when I'm sitting there being like, I cast Ghostly Pilfer, it's kind of hard to want to be hating on the guy who's just being like, I'm trying to like our next one. We're hitting shrines next. You know what I mean? I'm trying to fill the book. I'm just journaling, guys. Leave me alone. So our next one we have is Ghost Shintai of Boundless Vigor. 1 colorless, 1 green for a 1/1 shrine, legendary enchantment creature with trample. At the beginning of your end step, you can pay 1. When you do, you put a 1/1 counter on target shrine for each shrine you control. So basically, we just pay 1 and keep growing it.
Yep.
Not a shrine heavy deck.
What?
Next one we have here gonna be a Gore Claw Terror of Qual Sisma. Yeah, something like that. It's a 3 and a green legendary creature bear. We're gonna choose a bear for a 4/3. Creature spells you cast with power 4 or greater cost 2 less to cast. Yeah, not in this deck.
We could probably get a cheaper bear, yes.
Whenever a Gore Claw attacks, each creature you control with power 4 or greater gets +1/+1 and gains trample until end of turn. We do have the occasional creature that might get there for it, but yeah, like it's just fun.
That's why I like in this deck, because like it's very easy to be like, come on guys, like I'm not being too serious and stuff. It's all 2 drops. Leave my Gore Claw alone. Let the boy live.
Next up here, we've got our Elk, Great Sable Stag. 1 double green for a 3/3. Can't be countered, and it has protection from blue and black.
True.
That protection from blue and from black is so annoying.
It's pretty hard to kill those creatures. Yep. And that's the other thing. What are you going to do? You're going to Swords to Plowshare my Great Sable Stag? Leave it alone.
I have to. It's a rare. It's a rare card.
Magic used to be balanced. A 3/3 can't be countered. Nice and easy. This thing would have vigilance, ward 5.
Ward 5, sacrifice your firstborn.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
There's a bit of a power creep coming. Speaking of our power creep, we have a very powerful, cool card. Greenbelt Rampager, which is a really fun card. It's a 1-drop elephant. It's a 3/4, 1 green. When it enters, you pay 2 energy counters. If you can't, you return it to its owner's hand and you get an energy counter.
Okay.
you see what I mean? It's hard for me to be the target when I'm just like, taste my elephant.
Oh wait, it comes back.
And everyone's like, it goes back to your head. You know what I mean? It's late game. I'm like, I need a blocker. Oh, I need something. Oh, I got a 3/4. Yes. Okay. All right. Maybe, you know.
Golly. All right. Next card here. Gonna be a Jade Light Ranger for 1 double green. It's a Merfolk Scout Ranger. Let's go with Ranger for this one. Why not?
All right.
It's a 2/1. When the Ranger enters, it explores, then it explores again. So it explores twice, which is kind of nice, actually.
I like it. Anyone who doesn't remember, explore, reveal the top card of your library, put that card into your hand if it's a land, otherwise a 1/1 counter, then put the card back or into your graveyard, which I like. So you can just, if you hit something that's not that, you can double 1/1 counters on it. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Becomes a 4/3 for 3 is pretty cool.
Next up here, we've got Lannis, Cryptozoologist, green and a blue for a 1/2 legendary Snake Elf Scout. And I believe Scout's the only one I haven't named it.
We did name Scout earlier.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Gonna be a snake.
I know we got
named
Snake with the
as
Naga.
well.
Oh,
But that's
take him
okay.
out.
Whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, investigate. You can tap, sacrifice X clues. Target opponent reveals the top X card in the library. You may put a non-land permanent card with mana value X or less from among the battlefield under your control, and that player puts the rest on the bottom of their library in a random.
Yeah. Nice to play other people's stuff.
More creature types.
Yeah, sadly we have to cast to get the creature types, but everyone's welcome in my Volo deck. Your creatures included. Next we have our Lovestruck Beast. I'm going to go with Noble here. I don't think we've named any Nobles.
Don't believe so.
So Lovestruck Beast is a 2 and a green for a 5/5 Beast Noble. It has Adventure on it, so I'll do the Adventure first. It's Heart's Desire for 1 green. You create a 1/1 white human creature token. And then Lovestruck Beast can't attack unless you control a 1/1 creature. Which in this deck, honestly, pretty easy. We have a lot of 1/1s.
Yeah, that's right. We really do.
Yeah.
A 5/5 for 3 mana. Yeah, that's a little annoying.
Right?
Like, what's that? Turn 2? Oh, okay. Crap.
Well, especially it's nice if we can just get something like that out early on.
Yeah, literally turn 1 Land of War Elf, turn 2, and then our land, Lovestruck Beast.
Yeah, a Lovestruck Beast that can attack turn 3. Yeah.
Yeah. That's annoying. All right. What's the next annoying card here? Mercurial Spell Dancer for 1 and a blue. Phyrexian Rogue. Crap, we already said Phyrexian, but you said Mirror last time. So yeah, we'll say Phyrexian this time because we already said Rogue, I think.
I had Phyrexian on the list. Let's change Phyrexian to Mirror. Let's pretend that we were right the first time. All right, Mirror. Now we have Phyrexian.
Yeah. Okay, so it's a 2/1, can't be blocked. Nice. I love it when they have that. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put an oil counter on the Spell Dancer. Whenever the Spell Dancer deals combat damage to a player, you may remove 2 oil counters from it. If you do, when you cast your next instant or sorcery spell, this turn copy that spell, you may choose new targets or a copy.
I said this is a Volo deck. I at no point said this is a good Volo deck. But it's undeniably a fun Volo deck to play. It's really, really fun to pump all these creatures out. But yes, all right. Maybe the homunculus not the best choices for my list.
Once again, we have 4 instants and 2 sorceries.
It's all you need, baby.
6 total.
It's all you need, baby. But again, if you could copy those 6, woo!
You do have 4 sorceries too.
Let's go. Copy a Kodama's Reach, and we're so back.
Copy your Triumph of the Horde. Realize it does nothing because it's a attack trigger or a damage trigger.
Yeah, no, Triumph still at least gives you 1/1. Oh no, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's funny. Because yeah, you get it only after damage. That's really funny. Cast it a second time. I like it.
Just a threat. Next up, we've got Old Growth Dryads. Single green for a 3/3 Dryad. When it enters the battlefield, each card put up tapped and then shuffle.
Oh, you cut out very bad there. I'll read that one quickly. Sorry. When it enters, each opponent may search his or her library for a basic land, put on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. It is a 3/3 for 1 mana though.
It is nice.
It does slap. Yeah.
Hug.
It is group hug. Yes, exactly. This is a deck that doesn't need a Howling Mine, even though they all need a Howling Mine.
Howling Mine for land.
Yeah, right. We have next our Ornithopter is just a 0 mana 0/2 Thopter with flying because I want to hit another creature type.
So stupid. Oh, hey, wait. We have a really good card. Oh my goodness.
It is a really good card, right?
Brown. Sorry?
It is a good card, right?
Yeah. It's Radagast the Brown for 2 double green. It's an Avatar Wizard. We're choosing Avatar here. And then it's a 2/5. When Radagast the Brown or another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is that creature's mana value. Hello, Ornithopter, you're the best. You may reveal a creature card that doesn't share a creature type with a creature you control from among those cards and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order.
That is like every card in the deck. You will get to something.
Yeah. Hello, Ornithopter.
I love Radagast so much. I think it was you that built a cool version of this, right?
For Radagast? No,
Yeah.
no.
Was it you or Slothy?
Not for Radagast. I did it for Volo, but I did it the different, the other one, the Simic one.
Oh, I have that in this deck too. That's a cool Volo.
Yeah, because the version I have is all the creatures had to have its counterpart where it's the rules page when it came out.
Okay.
No other creatures. And all my other spells are either equipment or spells that are about me searching or finding things.
All right.
So,
I like the theme.
So every time I cast a creature, I would get a copy of it, and that would be the copy of the rules page, what he sketched down into his journal. And that's my other creature.
True. I respect it.
Okay.
Is it you that made Radagast, Slothy?
I think it might have been actually.
One of us made a Radagast, and I liked the deck.
I know I have built Radagast before, but I can't remember if we talked about it or not.
I think maybe you just showed me the list. It's a cool card. I love the artwork on it. I'm a simple man.
Next up here, we've got Realm Right. Single blue for a 1/1 Videl. Enters the battlefield, choose a basic land type, and lands you control are the chosen type in addition to their other types.
True. I like it. Basically, to me, I'm just turning all of my forests also into islands.
Fair.
Next, we have our Reef Worm. 3 and a blue for a 0/1 worm. When it dies, you create a 3/3 blue fish creature token with when this creature dies, you get a 6/6 blue whale creature token with when this creature dies, you get a 9/9 blue kraken creature token. It was just very on theme for the different creature type deck. It's a worm as well.
This card is so much fun. Like it's stupid, it's low power, but it's so much fun. Especially if you like playing with board wipes or your group loves to play with board wipes. It's so useful. It survives so often.
It's a very aggressive blocker.
Yeah, that too, yeah. Oh, the next one here is going to be the Sakura Tribe Elder for 1 and a green. It's a Snake Shaman. We said both of those, I believe.
Yeah, we got both of those, sadly.
It is a 1/1, and you sacrifice this creature, search your library for a basic land card. Put that card onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle.
I like Sakura Tribe.
It's fun. It's always good.
Yeah. Then we've got Scavenging Ooze. 1 and a green for a 2/2 ooze. You can pay green, exile target card from a card. If it was a creature card, put a +1/+1 counter, and you gain.
Honestly, I find this card more and more useful lately. There's a lot of people playing graveyard stuff right now.
Yeah, it's really, really good, especially considering that it's 1 in green, so it's only a 2 cost. It costs only 1 green to exile any card in a graveyard, so you don't have to do the whole thing. You just be specific if you really wanted to, And it can get bigger, and you can gain life. It's all around a superstar in my opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's a lot of decks that I just see it. I think it was you that kept yourself alive with it in one of the games when I tried to I thought I had lethal, and you exiled like 3 cards and came back and won a game because of it. It broke my heart.
To be honest.
Yeah. I really started to value this as a card.
It's a really, really good graveyard hate card, which is really nice. Like, cause like the thing is, I love this card because it targets specifically whatever card you want. So you can't be like, or if you're playing against someone that's like a graveyard strategy where it's like reanimate, fine, you just go after the creature cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. So it's like, someone had like you certain cards just destroy strategies. Like one of my favorite cards for destroying strategies is Spell Skite, because like one of them like so I was playing against someone they actually listened to the show too, and they were playing Pride of the Hellclade.
Yeah.
So because you had to target something with like Defender or something like that, and then like if you deal damage, you draw that many cards with toughness, right? But they kept on trying to target something, and I would be like, no, redirect it, I'll pay the 2 life. No, I'll redirect it, I'll pay the 2 life. And the whole game, they're just like, what's the point of playing?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, just destroy it, make a deal, do something, right? Like, I'm not gonna be like, not do something just cause. Like, I want you to try to strike deals and to get rid of it. That's the point, right? But like, it's crazy how one single card can destroy strategies just like that, and Scavenging Ooze is just one of those.
There's so many decks too that rely on stuff like a flashback, I see a lot of Orzhov Reanimator right now. I really like playing the bat one. I can't remember its name right now. The bat cleric deck where I keep bringing things back, or like a Luros deck, a Tayam deck, not Tygam. Like those, all of those things that just recur things from the graveyard in the Abzan colors. Like it's pretty rough to like lose. If you think that you're, you know what I mean? If that's your whole archetype, right? My bringing my clerics back from the grave, and then somebody just starts being like, "Oh, hey, green, it's gone." I don't want that. Give me my Mother of Runes back, you animal. Leave it alone. We have a Sea Dasher Octopus now. We're hitting Octopus. We're into the sea life now. 1 double blue for a 2/2 Octopus with Mutate. It has flash. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card.
Oh, Sea Dasher, so much fun. Next one. It's gonna be a Shield Broker for 3 double blue. It's a Celephid Advisor. I'm gonna go with Advisor. Ha!
Advisor, all right.
3/4.
Maybe we have other cephalids in the deck, all right.
You never know. It's a 3/4. When the Shield Broker enters, you put a shield counter on target non-commander creature you don't control. You gain control of that creature for as long as it has a shield counter on it. Now remember, if it would be dealt damage or destroyed, you remove a shield counter from it instead. So any damage, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
This is a fun card.
I like this one. It's annoying to get your card stolen, but you will still get it back. If somebody board wipes, you're getting it back. If you destroy it, you're getting it back. I'm just borrowing it. You're getting it back. Chill out.
Yeah.
But I do also like that that it gives them a shield counter. I think that's fun. We're making deals.
Next up here, we're hitting our dinosaur with Shifting Ceratops. 2 double green for a 5/4. Can't be countered. It's got protection for blue. You can pay a green to give it your choice of Reach, Trample, or Haste.
I have a lot of friends that play blue. There's a lot of anti-blue cards in this deck because I have a lot of blue animals that I play with.
Yeah, I feel attacked.
Yeah. There's a lot of single target removal in blue and a lot of Curse of Swat. No, not today. You will not turn my Shifting Ceratops or my elk, my great sable stag. You're not turning either of those into swines with your curse. You will pongify nothing. And you'll be happy. Next we have our...
Then you can't have monkey.
Yeah, true. You can't return to monkey without it. I really need more pongifies. Next we have our Skylasher. It's a 1 and a green 2/2 insect, which we haven't named yet. It has flash, can't be countered, reach, and pro blue. Honestly, a reach pro blue is great for how many big things are up in the sky in blue.
Yeah.
Ugh, that's so annoying. Like for 2 mana, that's really good, but so annoying. Ooh, all right. Here's a fun one. All right. We have Squirrel Mob for 1 double green. Creature Squirrel. That's a 2/2. Squirrel Mob gets +1/+1 for each other squirrel on the battlefield. Don't care. It's a squirrel.
It is a squirrel. It is a new creature type.
2/2 for 3, but it is.
Let me quickly count one. I'll silently count here.
Okay. Next up here we've got Sylvan Advocate. 1 and a green for a 2/3 elf druid ally, and I don't believe ally has been named yet.
Nope, definitely not.
Got Vigilance, and as long as you control 6 or more lands, Sylvan Advocate and land creatures you can get +2.
If everything's going to plan, we would be tapping 2 for a draw 38 right now.
That's beautiful.
We have 38 different creature types on the journal, and we still have some to go. Next, we're going to get our troll aesthetic. Aesthetic? I don't know. Either way, whatever it is. Aesthetic, yeah. 1 double green for someone who can read. It's a troll shaman, 3/2 with hexproof, and you can pay 1 in the green and regenerate troll, whatever that word is. Aska blah blah blah.
I like aesthetic.
Yeah, aesthetic. It's a handsome troll. Very aesthetic. Lots of good looks.
Oh, look at the nails. He put in effort. Okay.
Exactly. It's look maxing. It's got the nail job done. It's got the makeup on.
That is genuinely the most beautiful troll I've ever seen.
Exactly. It's got the fit. Passing the fit check.
Oh, the next one's me. We have Vandress Gargoyle for 1 in a blue. It's gonna be an artifact creature. That's a gargoyle. That's a 5/4. It has flying. The gargoyle cannot attack unless defending player has 7 or more cards in their graveyard. It also can't block unless you have 4 or more cards in hand. Ooh, that's annoying. You can tap it though, and each player puts the top card of their library into their graveyard. Now that's what I'm talking about.
I love top deck manipulation. It can't be stressed how good it is to be able to somebody puts something at the top and you just throw it to the grave. You toot it at the top, grave. And that is a 5/4 for 2 mana is big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's a lot of restrictions.
It is a lot of restrictions.
If you've got Goreclaw out, it's a 5/4 for 1. Like
True.
A single blue.
True. Goreclaw coming in clutch.
I see your plan here.
Yeah. The long con. Bears and gargoyles, the likeliest of allies.
Next up here, we've got Varys, Silvery Moon Ranger, 1 double green for a 3/3 human up ranger. Reach and Ward 1. Has human been named yet?
I don't actually know, to be honest.
Because I think the last human, we named the other one. But it's got Reach and Ward 1. Whenever you cast a creature or planeswalker spell, venture into the dungeon, triggers turn. Whenever you complete a dungeon, create a 2/2 green.
We had not named human.
Well, there you go.
Beautiful.
And then, yeah, whenever you create your dungeon, you get your wolf. I like just the ability to just passively get that dungeon ability when we're casting creatures is easy.
Yeah.
Dungeons are fun.
Next, we have a construct here, which hasn't been named. Virtuous Gearhulk. We've got 3 double green for a 4/4. It's got trample. When it enters, distribute 4/1 counters among any number of target creatures you control.
Ah, such a good card.
In a worst case, it can come down as an 8/8 for 5, which is also pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. The next one though we have is gonna be Vile Redeemer for 2 and a green. It's an Eldrazi that has Devoid. It's a 3/3 and it has Flash. Wow. When you cast the Redeemer, you may pay a colorless, like actual colorless sign symbol. If you do, put a 1/1 colorless Eldrazi Scion creature token onto the battlefield for each non-token creature that died under your control this turn. Those tokens have sacrificed this creature, add a color to your mana pool. That's a fun card.
Honestly, it's nice in a board wipe to be able to be like, I have like 31 ones now. What's up?
Yeah, that is a really fun card.
Yeah, I like it.
Next up, we've got Volo, Guide to Monsters. 2 green-blue for a 3/2 legendary human wizard. Whenever you cast a creature spell, it doesn't share a creature type with a creature you control. Creature card in your graveyard, copy that spell.
I don't think we've named wizard yet either.
I don't think we did.
I don't think we did.
Because we named Vidalkin for the Realm Right.
Yeah. The fact that this copies basically every creature in our deck is awesome.
Yeah.
This is the one you had?
That's why what I was saying when I was building it. Like I have like the 2 copies here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
So you have like the actual creature where he runs into it.
Oh, are you saying, you said the rule one? You're saying the sketch one. You use the sketch art as the second.
Yeah,
that's sick. That's really cool.
The whole deck is built around that.
That's awesome.
I like this. Volo is fun. You could also you can very easily switch Volo out and still play the deck this way as well.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
As an alternate commander. As I said earlier, you can kind of see that none of this the background kind of doesn't matter at all. We really don't care about get the XX, where X is the creature's power. And you get 2 mana with Volo. That's not what we're going for. But this other Volo is pretty cool too. Guide to Monsters. I really, really like the sketchbook idea. That's super cool. I'm a fan of that, Sherman. Next here we have our Willowgeist, a tree folk spirit, and we're going to name tree folk here. Whenever one or more, it's got trample, 1/1. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, you put a 1/1 counter on it. When it dies, you gain life equal to its power.
Nice. I like that card. That's a fun card. Artwork's sick though. Holy smokes.
Yeah, right. I love seeing all the artwork up close like this. It's pretty cool.
Die beneath a tree, wake up as part of it.
Yeah, I like it.
All right. The next card we have here is going to be Wonder for 3 and a blue. Its creature type is Incarnation, which is interesting. I never really noticed that was the case. It is a 2/2 that has flying, and as long as this card is in your graveyard and you control an island, creatures you control have flying.
We might have trash creatures, but we have a lot of them, and Incarnation can the Wonder can kind of definitely be a problem as soon as it hits the graveyard. And we do have a lot of ability to discard with how many cards we're drawing.
True.
That's true. Can you imagine that? Like 6 stupid 1/1s and 2/2s just flying at you. You can't do anything about it. And okay, I'm just gonna take 13 to the face just cause.
Makes me so happy to drop something like this down. Just throw this in the graveyard and then eventually end up killing someone. Because again, no one's making me sit there and tell you every turn I have this in the graveyard while I pump out. I cast Willowgeist. I cast my 1/1 elephant or whatever it was, 5/5 elephant, whatever nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
Rounding this out here with our giant, we've got Yorvo, Lord of Garenbrig, triple green for a 0/0. Enters with 4 +1/+1 counters on it. Whenever the green creature enters about your put a +1/+1 counter on Yorvo. And if that creature's power is greater than Yorvo, put another +1/+1 counter.
Yorvo gets pretty big.
Yeah, I can see that. Good golly.
Yeah. So let me quickly before we discuss any more of this deck. There's nothing else in this deck. That's it. That's all you get. I'm sorry, 50 some creatures is enough. You get no more. Does it say how many I actually have in here?
I think it is exactly 50.
Does it say exactly 50 or does it? It says 43 creatures.
If you go down to just below where the average mana value is, and then sort the cards by types, it shows you
52 creatures.
52, yeah. 52 creatures. Good lord.
Does I have 4 enchantments? We're good. They're enchantment creatures. I know. The Shrine is one of them. I was going to say really quickly. So in this deck so far, we are able to name. Sherman, you keep count while I rattle these off. Okay. We have Wall, Elf, Druid, Mere, Werewolf, Shaman, Fish, Lizard, Scout, Demigod, Jackal, Snake, Fairy, Homunculus, Otter, Artificer, Ninja, Spirit, Shrine, Bear, Elk, Elephant, Ranger, Noble, Phyrexian, Dryad, Thopter, Avatar, Vidalcan, Worm, Ooze, Octopus, Advisor, Dinosaur, Insect, Squirrel, Ally, Troll, Gargoyle, Human, Construct, Eldrazi, Wizard, Treefolk, Incarnation, Giant.
Only 46. That's fine.
You know what I mean? It's very, very easy to realistically hit something where you're hitting 8 for Volo's ability is nothing. You know what I mean? You can very, very easily hit that and draw 8 for 2 cards for 2 mana, even if you keep it just at that and you only got to that 8. That's an insane ability. It refills your hand every turn.
Yeah. Like, if people want to build a deck that's you build with nothing but cards you have in your collection, Volo is really fun. Even if you don't go Simic colors, just any combination, just choose a background. It doesn't matter. He's just really, really fun just because you can generate so much card draw.
And is it Volo would be pretty fun too.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, it's just again, like you said, exactly. Volo is it's fun. People kind of tend to get into patterns when they build and stuff, right? really, really easy a lot of times to look at like a Zaxara deck, you know what's in it and stuff. I'll bet my firstborn child that you've got a Torment of Hailfire in that deck. I know who you are as a person, right? Like it's pretty easy to like kind of see where people are going, but you don't know where anyone's going with a Volo deck. It's full of just nonsense. There's only nonsense and shenanigans in this deck. And to me, that's why I wanted to do this deck, is because it's really, really fun just to play silly stuff, right? Like not every game has to be super, super serious. It is really, really fun to be like, let me check my journal. And then you'd be like, yeah, I'm going to draw 10.
Yeah.
Right. Like it is just a fun commander to build around. You can definitely make powerful ones. I bet honestly as well like a black and blue, like a zombie themed Volo, like kind of thing where it's like reanimate style. That would be pretty cool too.
Have like Agent of the Iron Throne as the background.
Yeah, like something like that. Like I loved all the backgrounds. The fact it's the same thing. Like I have 5 different Wilson decks. I could realistically make 5 different Volo decks with how much I like the card, and it's so cheap, right? A lot of these, I don't think there's any of the background cards that are generally expensive. I think maybe the red commander one that was only in the actual commander deck, like some of those ones might be, a lot of these backgrounds are uncommon things. Like it's 30-40 cents to get a background, $1 to get the commander, and they're all so fun to build around. I really do want to build an Is It Volo now that you're mentioning it though.
It's because you can goad people with red,
right?
It makes it more fun.
The fact that this gives you access to such an absurd draw engine from whatever color that you go with, right? Like even if you go if you do an Azorius one of these, right? White generally suffers from like that slower game plan and ramp, but when you can draw 10 cards a turn, you're not missing land drops.
Yeah, and that's the reason why Simic is the stronger of all the combinations, just because you have all the mana dorks, right? And like once you get all the creatures out that you need, and most of, like you said, most of the mana dorks, they share the creature types anyway, so who cares?
Yeah.
So once you ramp into Volo by or you get Volo out like turn 2 or turn 3, like you're just generating all that value right off the bat.
Well, and there's, generally speaking, if you want to kill my Volo early, go ahead. All you're doing is wasting your mana and stuff like that on something. Volo isn't a threat until I've cast some creatures, right? Now, the problem is that if I have hit 3 mana and I cast my Volo, I get a 4th mana out, I could realistically have 3 or 4 entries in that journal on my next turn.
Yeah.
We have enough 1 and 2 drops, right? Like nothing stops me from holding up that Ornithopter, another of my mana dorks, and then, you know what I mean? The Elephant and the Vidalcan. And we've spent 3 of our 4 mana to get 4 names in the journal. Now I've got like a 4 draw on lock. Oh man, I love Volo so much. He's so cool.
And people wonder why I play with like 6 board wipes in my decks.
You gotta pack some board wipes for sure. That's again, that's why it's so fun to play nonsense creatures, right? Because when you play nonsense creatures, you do force people to either have to politics with Sherman and say like, please board wipe this monstrosity off the field. That's why I like the Rego deck so much, right? I'm just pumping out quantities of creatures. They're not good creatures, but they're there. They are creatures.
Yeah. True.
That's it. Slothy, any closing thoughts on the Volo deck here, or are we wrapping them?
No, I'm a big fan of this. I feel like you and I talk about the backgrounds fairly frequently, so I'm glad that we're Volo has been one of my favorites since that set came out. So it's nice to see.
I do want to
see monstrosity.
I do want to see what other people actually build with Volo. And like I said, maybe I'll go downstairs and I'll scan my good Volo list, and you guys can be like, oh, like that's, you know what I mean? But I promise you, this one's way more fun. Because everyone, that's the other thing. Everyone, when you're playing a deck like this, is going to be, we all try to, like I said, figure out what people are playing, like with the Zaxara, blah, 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 blah. You're holding up your removal for my Lab Maniac or any of those things. Like, you know what I mean? You're waiting for my draw, and it's not there. It doesn't exist. It's an illusion. It's all trash. It's all trash, and then you get Triumph of the Hordes. Yeah.
I feel like there's something that can be done just before we close with Volo and Haunted One.
Which is
whenever this creature becomes taps, it and other creatures you control that share a creature type with it, 2/0 and dying, then just have a whole bunch of like human X sort of stuff.
I like that. So like things that like share a common type, but then
like human knight, human wizard.
Again, there's probably a lot of Phyrexian ones, like Phyrexian mirror, Phyrexian wizard, Phyrexian, you know?
True.
I like that. The Undying is crazy. Honestly, I would love to see other people's like Volo lists. If you've ever made a Volo or if you have any ideas for Volo, come do that. Yeah, I'm actually gonna, let me roll us out here. If you like what we're doing, like, share, subscribe. It really does help us out. But if you want to give me Volo lists, or again, come brew Volo lists with us, come over to Patreon. It's a great place full of great people, wonderful people that I love to chat with about decks. And I'm gonna kind of pose that question to everyone in the Patreon: is what should I build Volo next? Because I kind of like this Is It one. I kind of really like the Is It idea. If you want any of these cards, go to House of Cards, housecards.ca, promo code IT99. It's going to get you a discount. They've got great inventory, really fast shipping. There's a great business to work with, and I really enjoy them as a business. So go check them out. They really do deserve that support. And then, yeah, put these things in AR armor sleeves because they're wonderful and they're nice quality and they don't slip all over the table. And I like that. And that's it. But yeah, I want to know what are other good Volo ideas. Gold Volo does seem mean.
All right, laters.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.